that's more trouble than it's worth, Spec Silent Sean. Because in the past, whenever you try to put the car inside the garage, then it quite often will end up either with a wheel in the trench, or at worst case, it will tip into the trench, and even worse case is, it'll freak out and flip upside down. Right, quickly back that up, I think. Let's see. Wouldn't it be cool if it implemented the progress of years, Banana? Well, it doesn't even implement the progress of summer. It never stops being summer in my summer car. So I don't think age really matters. Alright, there we are. Bit of daylight. It's all good. However, for some reason, somebody closed my doors. I don't know, just those weird people that run around in Finland at night and close people's doors and bonnets for them. Hey, Cricketer, I'm well, thank you. So, if I've just saved it, it's probably reset these wiring connections. Which means I could start again with a new one. Let me see if the amp has got one left. His parents have been away a suspiciously long time. There, you see, there's still an amp one left. So if I press F on that, now I have to figure out where it goes to. So, we'll try this. It didn't make a noise. Does that mean it's now reset, or... like, what does that mean? Okay, let's try the radio stick. Nope. So nothing here. So let's try this thing. Nope. So we just gotta... there's one. Okay, that just did something. It's gone... it's something under here. One sec. If I put that down... it feels like you've got to... you've got to be pretty lucky on this. Oh, there you go, look. It's added another one here. The last amp goes to a hook up under the dash behind the radio. I think that's what just happened. So that thing has gone to 2 speakers, that makes sense. This one has gone... I think it went to here, remember. And the last one went to something behind here. I thought we'd done the radio, but it feels like it went into something else. And the radio's got one on here, which looks distinctly like one of the ones on the amp. And then there's 2 other ones, which are presumably the speakers. So is that power and left and right speaker maybe? And there's something else just under that radio that I can't quite see. Let me go around the other side. There, that box there. Oh no, wrong button. There, you see this black box here? There's one connection coming out in the middle, so presumably there's another one goes in here. Been a fan since 2013. Wow. So that's this thing. The cigarette lighter got wired in. So that means the choke is a physical connection. Right, so we wired in the cigarette lighter to that thing. That shouldn't have a connection, and that's not got anything. So I don't think anything else should connect into here now. How do we close that thing? There we go. No, I don't think we've done the ignition yet. Pretty certain we've not. But what I want to do is double check there's nothing else that needs connecting to here, which I don't think there is. Okay, I can't see any more tick marks there. Hang on, there's one here. Did they implement the remote cable from amp to radio? Honestly, Yonkelin, first time I've done this, I have no idea. Thank you, Cricketer. Well, let's have a look from this side. And see if any of these things... So where was that tape box coming from?
Happy anniversary.
It wasn't coming from here. Wait, there was something else then. Oh, this is ridiculous because you can't see. The basic problem I have with this game is you have to hold this thing, right? And so you have to sort of hold it at arm's length. And whatever distance you hold it at, which is normally something like pickup distance, it's like a meter in front of you. So you then are faced with this problem where you have to kind of have your hand like this and move forward. You can't hold this thing closer, so you see a tick box a meter away inside the object, inside the vehicle, but you can't get to it. Because the moment you move to look at it, it goes beyond, so it's no longer a tick box. It's like, this is stupid. It's a really dumb way of doing it. Like, you could try getting closer to it like that. So now it's no longer a meter away. And then maybe, when you clip inside, you've got a hope of seeing something. We definitely saw something down here. Don't know what, though. So they're all wired in. That's the steering column, I think. Down there. That's going to be the speedo. Ah, there you go. So that's got to be... Let's have a look. That's the clock. So the clock probably goes to the battery, which is going to be presumably the wiring loom. Is that going to go to here? Probably not. So the clock should go to the battery, shouldn't it? It shouldn't really go anywhere else. Should be an option to hold things and push down. Yeah, exactly, Younklin. Like, if you could just press page up and page down, it would just move the item further or nearer. Just bring it in and out like that. Even that would just be hugely helpful. Well, I don't know, Tommy, because Captain Jack said he managed to do it without plugging the battery in. But I'm a bit reluctant to plug that battery in yet. So what else would this go to? Where would the clock connect? Okay, so there's actually a wire here, which obviously has another connection going somewhere. So this is the light switch then? Because if you look, there's another connector going into that thing. Where would that go into? Something down here maybe. Second wire can go to the extra gauges. What you mean if I'm not using the RPM? So I don't need it. Certainly can't find any more things to click on. You need to connect the gauges to the top of the dash. So that thing connected to the clock and up to those gauges. And there's still another tick box here. There's a third one. Flippin' heck. Hang on to your dark elf. It's not going into that. There we go. Dark Elf 5 months. Good evening, Mr. Squirrel. Thanks for the fun and giggles. Finished with Baby Room today. Ooh. Thank you, Dark Elf. Yeah, that's all three, I think. So there's just three goes into that connector, and they're all done now. Blimey. So I'm thinking everything in here may be done now, and it's all about the engine bay. Because we've got the amp fully connected, I believe. Although the ignition, did we do the ignition? So the ignition's got a cable coming into it, and I don't have a tick box on it, so I think I've already done the ignition. Ignition line's done. Everything in here is not showing a tick mark anymore. Backlights are done. RPM gauges I think has been done. Let me pull that down, get a bit further away now. So this has, I saw something then. There. But I don't know if that is the... I think it's something here. There, it's that. That red line comes through and goes to... not there. Not wired up the front lights yet, I don't think. Where would that go to? Why would he put the amp there? Why not in the shelf between the subs? It's the 90s, I don't know. Bird Override, welcome back. Robert Bosward, 27 months. Hello, school, GG. Thank you, Bosward. The wires made the game much more painful, Lone Wolf. I keep saying this, and I'll say it again. I think this game, to him, is almost like a social experiment. Yeah, I think he's adding more stuff to the game to make it more difficult, more tedious, and increase your chances of dying. And I think he's almost doing it to see, is there a limit to what I can put into this game where people will just carry on playing it? And what is that limit? A bit of a sadist in many ways. What about that? Nope.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Uh-oh. I think I'm breaking things in my engine bay. What else would it be linked to? It's a rage cage. Now, I'm honestly not sure where to look for connections now. Once you get done, there's a grace period of happiness before it challenges your brain even more. Yes. Oh. Uh-huh. Ah. Did that wire the ignition to that thing to the starter? Is that what that just did? Right, okay. Have we got any more? Yeah, I've got another one on here. Oh, God. Thought we were done then. Electricals. Oh. No, it's not that. The thing is, like, all the work it takes to do this. Imagine when you have an accident. The mess. I mean, just trying to piece your car back together after an accident is just going to be like, nope. Because trying to find, like, you might have lost a piece. There might be a piece in a field. And, you know, you can't buy another one. If it's an item that you can't buy two of. Let's say your carbs fly out in an accident, land in a bush. You don't realise. You can't find your carbs anymore. And you can't buy another one. It's not more realistic, Captain Jack, because you can't replace a piece. If I lose a piece that I bought from a catalogue, if I lose it in the map, in the scenery somewhere after an accident, and you know how physics glitchy this can be, I cannot buy another one, which is absolutely stupid. But the battery and the cables will stay in a crash, Tommy. Do they? That's weird. But he said the battery can come loose in a crash. Right now, I cannot find... Oh. See, the thing is, you need to see it finished to understand what the wires are needed. But until you've got it finished and you can't see the wires, you're going around just guessing where things might go. It's not going to that. It's not going to that either. Well, Steel Games, I don't see why he would even limit you. That's the thing. I think it's a game design problem. Like, I've got the money to buy 2 carburetors if I want. But only one of them can be fitted. And I think that's the reason he doesn't do it. Like, he hasn't coded it so that... Like, his game would have to understand that if you bring a carburetor over here and there's already one there, it shouldn't show you the tick mark. It's something like that, probably. You can't remove the cables after putting them in. Lol. See, that's still, I think, got connectors in it. There's one on the left wire there, the red wire. There's at least 2 connectors going in there. I don't know if we're going to need them all. Don't forget the starter. Well, yeah. I've not put the spark plugs in either. Maybe I should actually put some spark plugs in at some point. Oh, the radiator fans have got the cable on. That must have been one when I was like this. Maybe that was a radiator fan. I think you should be able to buy a new one, but it resets the position for the price of a new one and gets rid of the old one. Well, that would certainly be better than your current situation where you're completely stuck. That would definitely be better. But the real fix would be able to buy as many as you want. Okay, I don't know. I can't seem to find another tick mark at this point, so I'm a little bit stuck right now. Where am I not looking? It's loosen the front 7mm bolt to the starter to connect a wire to negative on the battery. God. Wait, so... I'm just seeing if I can see any electrical things sticking out. When you say you're doing content tomorrow, do you mean construction sim? Yes. Ground wire is supposed to be connected with the starter and the battery, and also don't forget the fuel pump. Did we not do the fuel pump? Oh my god. Did we not do the fuel pump? Yeah, I'm not really getting any, So what? I've got to... You did do the fuel pump. So I've got to remove a 7mm bolt in order to get at something down here. Is that what you're saying? Like that bolt there, is it? Is that the one we have to remove? The question is, what mood and how dirty is door going to be? Well, considering it's chucking it down with rain, he's not exactly going to be fluffy and dry, I know that. Right, let's get the ratchets in. Oh my god, this is like... the worst thing he ever added into the game. By a long way. It's like next gen tedious. That's not it. That's not a 7mm bolt. There's a lot of other 7mm bolts though. Oh, this one. I kept saying it's that one. You're like, no, it's that one, isn't it? That's the one we need to do. Okay, what is that? There we go. Okay, I've undone the bolt. But it's not coming off. Do we need to remove that? don't take it off. You need the battery to see the connections. Captain Jack, did you manage to finish yours without the battery, yes or no? Alright, we'll put the battery in. If I die doing this... Now, what does that have to go, I wonder? There you go. There's still something else down here that needs to connect. There was another tick box. Two cables for the starter. Well, I've... Oh, there we go. It was being a bit weird.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Now, we haven't done the headlights yet, but here's the weird thing. I've not actually seen a tick box for the headlights. So I can't... I don't know how the headlights are wired up. Let's do this while we remember. Right, so that's positive and negative going into the starter. So the starter's done. You have to disconnect them. Ah, okay. I can't remember if the headlights snap in or they bolt in. It looks like they're bolting. Lol. Where did that even go? Dude. There's another bolt on the starter. We only did one bolt on the starter, Luke. So how can we have another one? There's still a 5mm bolt to tighten. What? That's bizarre, man. So when you put the cable in, then you also got a 5mm bolt. Oh my god. It makes sense when you see it, but how would you even know? Quite correct, it's a nut, not a bolt. So how do you do the wiring of this guy? Do we have to do it from... Ah. Okay. So presumably that has to go to this thing. Does it not? That That loom goes into the light switch. Maybe I have to do both. I love the viciousness of it. Okay, light goes in there. Let me take anything to here. Can't go directly to the light switch, surely. Surely has to go to here. Oh my god. Doesn't go onto that. Oh, what was that? I saw something then. Just before it... There. Just before the battery pinged up. Well, that's wired one of them.
Aye, 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 aye.
There we go. Could you just not? Could you maybe just, like, behave? Friction and all that. There must be a connector between battery and grill. Well, that's put the connection wires into the lights, isn't it? Beanstalk. No better time to start my week holiday from school than a Yachts 4 weekend. Yay! Thank you for the bits, Beanstalk. Should do that. This really is a patience simulator. Oh my god. The wiring. I tell you what, if I ever built my Satsuma again, I'd probably take a break before I did the wiring and be like, okay, deep breath. I thought some of the other stuff was tedious, but this one takes the biscuit. Okay, more stuff needs wiring up here. Oh my god, will you not do that? Things like this don't help. It's getting some kind of tick box over here. Let's put that there. I had something here. So I'm looking at that connector and I'm seeing 3 sockets, but we're only wired into 1. And I'm thinking that ain't right. Are we still on the wiring? Oh yeah. I wonder where else it can go to now then. Seems connected. Is it though? Is it connected? I don't like it when I see a socket with empty, like, holes in it. Some spots on the connector which comes from the cabin must be free for future rallies. Well, we can check it by trying to turn on lights by clamping the battery down. I don't think we need to wire the headlights together because the wire comes from here. Goes to, I think, this. 1 second. Oh no, there's only... Oh dear God, that's so annoying. I can see 2 wires coming out of here. But I don't know if one's going to that light and one's going to the other light. It's kind of hard to tell. I reckon the wire mess never disappears. I could be wrong.
Welcome back.
But the idea of putting something in the game to show you when you're done, I don't think that's going to happen. Welcome back, Sam Blackshaw. Stress levels increasing. That reminds me, we bought some more cigarettes, didn't we? They would have gone in the pantry. Do you know the Satsuma is now available as a mod in Car Mechanics Sim 2018? It comes with a sausage pizza, crate of beer, an extra piston and a fan belt. Not usable. Did he wire up the C4? I'm trying to think through if there's anything logically speaking that we wouldn't have done. So I'm looking at that and I'm seeing a connector there. See if we can see any tick marks. If I don't see any, we'll go for wire. Why does one spot need to be unused? And the other thing is I've not put the spark plugs in. Which I really should do. Wait, where's the spark plugs gone? Oh my God, game. So, slight problem. The spark plugs that were unboxed over here have scattered. And wow. Under the door. Under the door.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
I took them out of the box, Marty, over here. Like, I unboxed them right there, and they've all scattered over here. How does that happen? Mr. Size, thank you for 4 months. Here's another 500. 500 months? Okay, right. Let's think. Spark plug. Spark plug socket. Can we just put these straight in, or do we have to, like, remove leads and stuff? Come on. There we go. It's amazing. What's the chances of this car working in a minute? The good thing about the spark plug socket is you can't actually tighten or untighten anything else. Accidentally. Oh, it's a bit far away. Oh, as if.
Happy anniversary, Natta.
I reckon if you stand out in the rain, you should get clean. It's fitting for bank holiday weather. I can't argue with that logic. No, as if he fixed it? Oh my god, look! You can no longer drink and endlessly urinate? Wait, look at my urine bar. Look at my urine bar, what the heck? Uh-oh, I think I found a bug. I think I found a bug. It's filled me up, but I can no longer get it out. What's going on? Oh boy. I now have a full bladder and I can't urinate. This is not a good situation. Rip bladder. Bizarrely, it seems to be coming down very, very slowly. Same thing happened to you. I think he's put a fix in for it, but it's not... like, it's got some bugs. That's what it looks like. You broke your bladder. Bladder.exe stopped working. Right, let's save that. Like so. Now let's see if the car works. Same thing happened to you IRL.
Aye, 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 aye.
Oh, there you go. It's all working again now. Restarted bladder.exe. So it's all good. Grassy, thank you for 200 bits. Okay. Here we go. Urinate on my car. What size bolt is it? On the old battery. That looks... maybe a 10 or an 8, I'm not sure.
Welcome to the Nut House.
2 people died. What, you been early in the stream? Infinite Xe, welcome to the Net House. Thank you, Infinite Xe. Thank you for your support. Been a long time watching, first time on the stream. Dude, welcome. Thank you for the nutty welcome for Infinite Exy, guys. I can't seem to find the right bolt for this thing. Well, I'm doing the rear bolt, aren't I? This is the rear bolt. I've given you the man flu, geek. I do apologise, geek. I was expecting to die at that point then for some reason. Turn the ignition. Radio's working, that's a good start. Can we not do any like cable management here? This is like as soon as a passenger gets in, they're gonna trip over these cables and my sub's gonna stop working. That's not good. That's not a good noise. That was not a good noise. There's a lot of popping and... a lot of popping and knocking. Mechanical? What could I have done mechanically wrong then? I already did the whole camshaft alignment thing though. Surely I don't need to do that again. I literally did that once, ages ago when it came out. Well, unless the camshaft alignment has been reset again in this save, then why would I need to do it again? There's a braking sound when you was inside the engine. Blizzard, the YouTube series is different to this one. You sure it was reset? Are you serious? Oh my god. Why would it get reset? That's just not. Did anybody else experience it getting reset? Did not reset for you, Tommy. Starter or dead battery or bad alternator? Well... no, I tightened all the spark plugs. I definitely tightened all the spark plugs. It's valves hitting pistons for sure. So you reckon, GTR, that it's the timing again? Like the crankshaft alignment? Is that what you're thinking? I'll show you, the sparkies were definitely done. In, and in. Water Beacon, hello Paul, hope your day has been good. Glad to have resub because subscription got cancelled. Happy to be back. Welcome back, Water Beacon. Thank you for your support. Sounds like pre-ignition. Was it 7 or 8 or 6? I can't remember. Go there. Why does that come on when you tighten the positive but not the negative? That's a bit weird. Lord Reaper. Yachts 4 hype, my first yacht. Hope to be here for many more. Also, Friday the 13th next month is not only my 1-year anniversary, but the day my mum retires from work. That's a good day to retire. What I was going to do is check the fuel gauge level. And I'm looking at the fuel level and it's not moving. Now the clock is working, so either that gauge is not wired in or I have no fuel. Yep, Lord Dole's here. How wet is he?